what efficiencies should MSPs expect when AI is fully integrated into their service desk?
The efficiencies that MSPs should expect when AI is fully integrated into the service desk are a few. Right out the gates, we're enabling your team to stop focusing on low-level tasks that in aggregate take a lot of their time, but aren't very complicated to do, and totally obviate them, totally take them away with AI. So we're talking about things like responding to a request right when it comes in. We're talking about prioritizing, categorizing, and assigning, routing it to the right person at the right time. And what that does is it enables your team to not focus on the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. It's happening in the background, and they can fully focus on providing the best experience for your customers.
Where does AI actually save time versus just adding it as another tool?
AI saves time in a few places, right? We talked about prioritizing requests. We talked about categorizing requests. We talked about, or we talk about little things like the title on requests, tracking time and time entries. And so those are little bits and bytes that add up in aggregate to minutes, 15%, 20%, 50% time saved on some requests. Now that's today. In the future, we believe that a growing percentage of requests will be no-touch tickets. And what I mean by that is it'll be requested for by an end user. All of those automations will be happening in the back end. And ultimately, the user gets what they need right away through the use of agentic technology and workflow automation tools.
Does AI actually reduce technician burnout and turnover?
Yes, without AI, there's a lot of things that a technician would need to do in order to fully investigate a request or ask for help from somebody on the team if it's not clear what's being asked for or what the resolution steps are in order to deliver against the ask. And so with things like our Chat with Magic product, you can ask an always on, always improving and learning database of context about that end user and about that customer for clarity on next steps and the best path to resolving that request. And technicians will know that they're not by themselves. They don't have to tap their boss on their shoulder every time they have a question. They have an asset right there in the inbox or in the PSA to ask for help.
How does AI really show up in MSP profitability? What is the actual direct correlation to profitability from AI?
So the way AI shows up on an MSP's P&L is, we believe, in automating the dispatcher. And for those who might not be aware, there's a dispatch function, which is a person who exerts control over a fractured process. They make sure things are responded to, and they make sure that they're assigned to the right person at the right time, and that the work gets done in your SLA. How Thread comes in is we bridge that fracture by connecting your end user to your service team. And in so doing, we're able to automate the need for the dispatch function altogether. What you can do is you can take that, what was a non-billable resource in the dispatcher, and you can cross-train them and upskill them and turn them into a billable resource into the future.
What does the AI service desk look like 2 years from now?
Yeah. So the AI service desk 2 years in the future will be exactly what it sounds like. Your users will be able to chat in or email or call and get what they need in an automated fashion right then and there from an agent and from integrated workflow solutions behind it. So no more waiting, no more sending an email and hoping that you get a response back when you need it. Users will ask for what they need and they'll get it.
What's your advice to MSP leaders who are afraid of starting wrong with AI?
My advice to MSP leaders who are worried about starting wrong with AI is to join our AI Service Unleashed community. It's a weekly gathering of the best and brightest minds in AI-enabled service delivery, where we share tips and tricks and insights from those who already have the technology out and in the wild in their customer base. And then B, there are a ton of great resources aside from that available to the community, like the MSP subreddit or our own documentation and knowledge base that we continue to fill with all the great learnings that the team has driven and continues to drive.